Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Pro Wrestling Throwdown for the week of January 23rd, 2021. I am Caleb Black. This is Luke, the Big Dog Williams, along with our in-studio producer, the mighty Max Fury. Luke, how is your Saturday so far?
Doing great. Ready to talk some wrestling? We got some new content today.
Man,
it's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be such a fun show.
Cannot wait. We got to get these videos out of the way first.
We literally have to do all the week stuff just so we can get to the fun stuff.
Maximus, how are you doing today, Bubba?
I'm doing good. I've been a little under the weather, but I'm ready to get the weather under me and, switch it up a little bit.
That's a weird name for a woman to name her daughter.
I don't even know.
If he had a nickel.
What I meant by that. But, go choose some Big Red.
If he had a nickel.
Don't you, Big Red.
Fuck you.
If he had a nickel for every time he talked about having to put something underneath it, the man he's just slinging. Anyway, let's get into the news.
It is time for this week. No. It's time for the news this week in wrestling. That's what I meant to say. We're not redacting that. We're going to keep going. Not a whole lot, but a whole lot going on. First of all, WrestleMania has been announced. It is going to be 2 weekends. 2 days of the same weekend. Again, similar format as to last year. And the rumors are they are tapping some big names. The idea is that WrestleMania is going to host their main event along with another marquee match for both cards. Similar to what we saw with the 2 cinematic matches between The Undertaker and AJ Styles, and of course
the Firefly
Funhouse with John Cena and The Fiend.
Yeah.
So the names on the docket that are said to have been contacted, and none of this is confirmed quite yet, contacted John Cena, contacted considering Triple H.
Yes.
The Undertaker is to be determined, and they are in talks to contact The Rock, but there is some difficulty with The Rock's insurance companies and his Hollywood obligations.
They've also already talked about bringing, talking to Brock Lesnar as well, from what I understand.
So this year's WrestleMania looks to be stacked and might even be in front of fans.
Yeah, the rumor is that, or the plan, I should say, it's no longer a rumor, they've announced it. 25,000 people per night.
Yeah, and 25,000 people in attendance for the Royal Rumble as well.
See, I had just recently heard about that, but wasn't sure that it had
tentatively, there will be fans in the stands for the Royal Rumble, socially distanced. In a 75,000 person arena, there's plenty of space for 25,000
Oh, for sure.
So let's hope, let's pray that they're following the guidelines, that they're socially distanced, but it would be so great to watch a show with fans back in the audience. We've seen it. We've seen it with the NXT plants.
I'm sick of this fake crowd noise.
Oh my gosh. It kills the program for me.
Also, the Royal Rumble is the one event a year that the crowd react. It's so dependent on the crowd reaction. Imagine, if you will, last year's Royal Rumble and Edge coming out to no fans.
Oh, it would have been.
Just imagine that.
Yeah.
Now, it still would have been as huge and as impactful.
Sure, but it's hearing the reaction.
It was the reaction to, you could have heard us where we're at.
Yeah, like
when it happened.
Yeah, my neighbors filed a noise complaint. We got so loud. That's not true.
Yeah, but 25,000 people. Hell, give me 10,000 people. Just a little bit of normalcy.
Just give us some noise, man. All right, we do have another passing away. We have to mention the unfortunate passing of the great CNN broadcaster Larry King.
Yes, Larry King was a very huge advocate for professional wrestling.
He was.
He was known to bring workers on his show.
Yeah.
To interview them at length. The stuff he covered during the Benoit tragedy.
Yep.
Was legendary.
Yeah.
Him allowing his image to be mimicked, I guess you could say, for the Shawn Michaels Hulk Hogan gimmick that they did there for a little while.
Parodied,
yes, that's perfect word. As well as he was a constant in the crowd for like a couple WrestleManias, if I remember right. It's a shame. I mean, Larry King, he was the voice of CNN.
Outside of his wrestling contributions, obviously his hard-hitting reporting when it comes to politics, when it came to the nation, as it were, current events. One of the most iconic names in news broadcasting, right up there with Walter Cronkite.
Oh, for sure.
Gonna be missed. Rest in peace, Larry King. Godspeed to you, sir. We appreciate you and all you did for us. Thank you for your service. We have some other news. We have more names having declared for the Royal Rumble. We kind of gave you some of those names last week to capitalize on that list for the men's Royal Rumble. The names that have also confirmed are Sami Zayn, Jeff Hardy, Dolph Ziggler, former winner Shinsuke Nakamura, and Big E. Almost called him Big E Langston.
That
was his first name.
Remember? Back when he would
remember when he was Big E Langston and Matt Riddle, when Riddle was Matt Riddle? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Antonio Cesaro.
Getting rid of all the names. Now it's just Shinsuke. It's not even Shinsuke Nakamura anymore.
No.
Horrible. For the Women's Royal Rumble, we have Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, and Tamina Snuka.
It's good to see that they're doing something with Tamina. I mean, usually it's just during the Rumble.
Yeah.
But her match last year, or her series of matches last year with Bayley,
were very good.
She really proved her worth, if you ask me, as somebody who can be a legitimate threat for a championship.
You know, you would think, being the daughter of Superfly Jimmy Snuka, that she would have gotten much more play. And you remember how we were talking about a little while ago, how they were using her on SmackDown versus how Raw was using
Nia
Jax?
Yeah.
Was such a definitive difference for two women of their size, their caliber, their strengths, and their athletic abilities.
Right.
And honestly, I love Tamina Snuka. I think she's great. I think she does a good job. Now, the India Spectacular for the WWE has been filmed. We're not going to give away the results, even though we know them, but we are going to give you some info about the card and some stuff that we're excited about. As we covered before, the WWE is launching into India as a new brand. Obviously, I expect we'll see NXT India at some point.
Yes. The show drops January 26th on the network.
Right, which is 3 days from today being Saturday.
Yes.
So it'll be, what is that, Sunday, Tuesday?
Be Tuesday.
Tuesday, the 26th.
The day before a certain somebody's birthday.
That's right. A certain somebody who shall remain nameless, who's definitely not named Max Fury.
Check the video for Wednesday.
Finn Balor versus Guru Raj. Dilshire Shank. Giant Sharir?
Yes.
Rey Mysterio and Ricochet versus Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Cesaro.
Good. That'd be great.
AJ Styles versus Jeet Roma. Serena Sandhu and Charlotte Flair versus Bayley and Natalya. Drew and Indus Sher versus Jinder Mahal and the Bollywood Boys in your main event. And I'm not even looking at the results because I want to see that match as it happens, as it airs, because the idea, we pitched it a long time ago about Jinder Mahal being an effective foil for Drew McIntyre as world champion. So,
also be the first time that 3MB guys have touched since both being back in the company.
Yeah. It's a shame Heath Slater's not there to see it.
I know, right?
Did we not have something else?
Yes. Priscilla Kelly.
Yes.
Signed to NXT along with a couple other notable indie names to be used in the Dusty Classic Women's
Tag Team
Tournament. Which, if you have watched 205 Live this week, you kind of seen what they were used for.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get into that because if you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Yeah. However, it is good to see some more notable indie talent coming into the fold. It is interesting, again, to mark that Darby Allin and not Grace Kelly. Good Lord. What is her name?
Priscilla Kelly.
Priscilla Kelly. I can't believe I forgot it. Darby Allin and Priscilla Kelly recently divorced.
Yes.
Priscilla Kelly did have a match in AEW, but Darby Allin, head honcho over on TNT as TNT champion. Priscilla Kelly now getting her opportunity to be a mainstay in the women's division of NXT. So it's a good thing that everybody's getting what they want. It's a good thing that everybody's coming out on top, getting their opportunities. The shows are going great.
Yeah.
So, guys, stay tuned. There will not be a This Week in Wrestling. There will not be... We're not going to cover Raw, SmackDown, NXT. We decided this week to change up the format. You're going to get some cool new videos. Some definite videos that he and I are so excited about.
It's going to be so much fun.
Stay tuned. Make sure to find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. Email us at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at ProWrestlingTD. Like and subscribe. Leave us comments down below. Stay tuned, y'all. More videos coming your way.